Hi all of you, a very good afternoon and welcome to today's refresher session on SSC CGL. So today we are going to be discussing the quantitative ability section from the last week SSC CGL AM examination that was given to all of you. So as I said, today first we will look at the quantitative ability section. So let us see what the questions that came in quants. See, there were two questions on profit loss and actually three questions on profit loss and discounts. Then there was one question on ratio proportion. Then there was a question on consecutive numbers. Then a few questions on algebra. Then there were questions on geometry, questions on trigonometry, and there were questions on simple interest and compound interest, allegations and mixtures. Yes, and yes. So more or less that was the blueprint of the paper. Okay, there were two questions on mensuration also, I think, which involved question on mensuration which involved trigonometry concept to be used. So anyway, we look at the quantitative ability section. Okay, so let us start solving the questions that were asked in the quant section also. So the first question from quantitative ability was this: the cost of carpeting a rectangular room is 120. If the length had been 4 meters less, the cost of the carpet would have been 20 rupees less. Find the length of the room. So how do you approach this question? Yeah, so the answer is 24. That's correct. See, the easier way to solve it is like assume that, okay, cost to carpet 1 square meter. Yes, assume that to be 1 rupees per square meter. That's what I'm spending for carpeting. Assume this is the case. So now how much square meter is there? See, totally it is costing me 120 rupees. So 120 into 1, right? Or I have 120 meter squared which needs to be carpeted. Now if I assume that x is the length of the room and y is the breadth of the room, I can say the area is nothing but x into y, which is equal to 120, and my cost is also 120. Now what is happening? The length is becoming 4 meters less. So now what is the length? X minus 4. Breadth is the same. Now what is happening? The cost is only 100 rupees. Correct? So just divide these two equations. You have x divided by x minus 4, that is equal to 120 by 100, or that is 6 by 5, or 5x is equal to 6x minus 24, or x is equal to 24. So what is the length? The length is 24 meters. Is it clear? See, I just assume that the cost to carpet 1 square meter is 1 rupees. So totally it is taking 120 rupees, means there is totally 120 meter square. That is the area of the room. Or I can say if length is x and breadth is y, I can say length into breadth, that is x into y is equal to 120. So this 120 represents the area of the room and also the cost that is required to fence it. Now what is happening? When the length is reducing by 4, how much is the cost? It is becoming 100. So I have just found out what is the value of x, or the length. Next one. What is the value of root 2 plus root 2 plus root 2 plus etc. till infinity? What is this? How do you solve this? Santosh, I have just assumed it to be 1 per square meter to have clarity as to how to solve the question. So how will you solve this? You have, see, root 2 plus etc. till infinity. If I take this value to be x, okay, what can I say? This given expression is equal to x, or I can say x is equal to root 2 plus, again what do I have here inside? This is root 2 plus etc. up till infinity, right? This term also is nothing but x, or I can say x is equal to root of 2 plus x, or I can say x squared is equal to 2 plus x, or x squared minus x minus 2, that is equal to 0. If you solve this, what do you get? I can say x plus 1 into x minus 2, that is equal to 0. These are its factors, right? Or I can say x is equal to 2. So the answer that I am looking for here is 2. See, what I am doing here is, see, it is still infinity, right? Root 2 plus root 2 plus root 2 up till infinity. So what I have written is, see, root 2 plus etc. till infinity. I am assuming this to be x. So how can I write the given expression? See, I can say this given expression is equal to x. Now when I write this expression again, it is nothing but root of 2 plus, again it is the same x, right? That is again root 2 plus till infinity is also x. right? Because it is going till infinity. You have infinite terms. So you can say x is equal to root of 2 plus x. Solve for this and you have plus 1 and minus 2. See again, why do I take the answer as 2? See what are the possible values of x? X can be minus 1 and 2. Now remember the value of x has to be positive because we have a square root here. Correct? So generally it has to be positive. So answer will be 2. From these two, one is negative, one is positive. So we take the positive one as the answer. So correct answer for now here is option 1, that is 2. Next, if doubling a number and adding 20 to the result gives the same number as multiplying the number by 8 and taken away 4 from the product, the number is dash. So what is given here? You have a number. Let us take the number to be x. So I am doubling the number and adding 20 to the result. This gives me the same answer as multiplying the number by 8 and taken away 4 from the product. What is the number? Very easy. You just have to frame this equation and solve for x. So you have 6x is equal to 24. X is equal to 4. What is the number? 4. Or you can check with options also. If you are getting confused with this, check with the options. You will get the same answer. Doubling the number 4 2s are 8. 8 plus 20 is 28. Multiplying the number by 8. 8 4s are 32. Taking 4 from that, again you will get 28. So in both ways you can solve. Either write this equation or check with the options. Next one. The sum of squares of 3 consecutive natural numbers is 2030. Then what is the middle number? So we can assume that the 3 numbers are n minus 1, n and n plus 1. So if these are the 3 numbers, it is given sum of the squares of these 3 numbers is 2030. Or if you solve this, you have n squared plus 1 minus 2n plus n squared plus 1 plus 2n. That is equal to 2030. So 2n 2n gets cancelled, or I have 3n squared plus is equal to 2030 minus 2, or I have n squared is equal to 2028 divided by 3, that is 676. So what is the value of n? N is equal to root of 676, 26. So I can say n is 26. They are asking for the middle number, right? See, I have taken 3 numbers to be n minus 1, n and n plus 1. So which is the middle number? It is n. Answer is 26. Now this is one way of approaching it. The other way, if you are not able to do this way, the other way you can do is check with the options. So how will you check with the options? See if the middle number is 25. Okay, now let us look at first option. The middle number is 25. So what is the number before it? It has to be 24 and the next number has to be 26. Now what are they saying? When you are squaring these 3 numbers and adding, you are getting 2030, or the last digit that you are getting here, or the unit digit here is 0. So what is this 24 squared, 25 squared, 26 squared? See, what is 4 squared, right? You know it is 16, or basically I can say 24 squared will end with a 6. Let whatever value come here. 24 squared will end with a 6, that I know. Similarly, 25 squared will end with a 5. Similarly, 26 squared will end with a 6. This much I know, right? So now let me add the digits in the units place. What do I get? 6 plus 5 plus 6, that is 11 plus 6, that is 17. So our 7 will be the last digit, right? When I add 24 squared plus 25 squared plus 26 squared. I don't want the last digit to be 7, it has to be 0. So this option is not correct. Now look at option 26. If it is 26, right, the number before will be 25 and the number after will be 27. So what will be 25 squared? Last digit of 25 squared is going to be 5. Similarly, what is the last digit of 26 squared? 6. Last digit of 27 squared is going to be 9. So when you are adding 25 squared plus 26 squared plus 27 squared, when you add the last digits, what do you get? Or the units digit, what do you get? 5 plus 6 plus 9, that is 11 plus 9 or 20. So last digit becomes 0. So this has to be the correct answer. So this is one way of trying it out. This is the other way of solving it. Whichever is easier for you to follow, you follow that. Same way, if this is the method, at this point itself you can say here also last digit is coming to 0. So this has to be the correct option. Yes, consecutive natural numbers, you can write it as x, x plus 1, x plus 2 all. Whichever way you write, answer will be the same. I always generally take n minus 1, n and n plus 1 because I can cancel out such terms. It will be easier. That's why I take it. It is up to you. You can take any way. Next one. An article is listed at rupees 75 with a discount of 20%. What net discount must be offered to the customer on the list price to bring the net price to rupees 54? How to solve this one? Again, in this question, no, actually this information and all was not even required. You can directly get the answer in one step. Yes, list price is marked price. Yes. Listed price is 75, correct? Basically, the marked price is 75. Now, what discount should I give to bring the price to 54? Very easy, no? 75 minus 54 by 75 into 100. So, this is the discount that I have to give. That's all. 75 minus 54 is how much? Solve this and give me the answer. 28%. Option 4. So, see, you needn't use this value here at all with a discount of 20%. Yes, so directly see what are they saying? The marked price of the article is 75. What should be the net discount that I have to give so that the price comes to 54 rupees? What is the discount I have to give? 28% discount. Yes, see, out of 75 rupees, I have to give a discount of 21 rupees. That means 21 out of 75 is 28%. So, answer is option 4. I think if you see the key, they have done it in 2 steps. Yes, they have solution key. If any of you have gone through the solution key, you will know they have taken 75 rupees as the marked price, and from this after discount, right, the first discount they are giving for 20%. So that is 20% of 75 is 15 rupees. Yes, so what is the after discount? What is the price? 75 minus 15, that is 60. Now from 60 they have to make it to 54. So what is the discount that they have to give? They have solved it this way, which is actually not required. Directly in one step you can get the answer. So the correct answer here will be option 4. This is also correct. I am not saying this is wrong. This is also correct, but it's a lengthy process. Why do we waste our time doing so many calculations when you can get the answer in one step? Correct answer here is option 4. That is 28%. Next. Again, to solve this question, there is an easy way to approach it. See what is given here. It is given that a bag has 1 rupee, 50 paise coins and 25 paise coins in the ratio 8:9:11. What is the normal way in which you will do? You will assume that there are 8x 1 rupees coins, then there is 9x 50 paise coins, and there is 11x 25 paise coins. Now what are they saying? They are saying total money in the bag is 366. So either you have to convert everything in terms of rupees or everything in terms of paise and then solve. Correct? So actually how will you solve if I am converting everything in terms of paise? So this will become 100 paise. So 8x, what is the total value of the amount in the bag? That is nothing but 8x into 100 plus 9x into 50 plus 11x into 25, that is equal to 36600. Everything in terms of paise. See, basically I have taken everything in terms of paise, written it, and I have to solve. This is the normal way in which you would approach this question. But here there is a very easy way in which you can solve this question. What is given here? How many 25 paise coins are there? 11x 25 paise coins are there. See, what you have to remember here is that the number of coins that I get will be an integer, right? It has to be either 2 or 3 or 4. It cannot be 2.5 coins I have. No, you never such an answer will come. So I know for sure that the answer that I am going to get, or the 11x coins, right, that I am going to get is going to be an integer, or I can say the number of 25 paise coins is going to be a multiple of 11. So just check from this option which is the multiple of 11. 264 is the only multiple of 11. See, 24 into 11 is 264 from these options. So that has to be your answer. So in one step you can get the answer here, because 264 is the only number among the options which has to be divisible by 11. See, if they are asking you how many 1 rupee coins are there, just look for which of the given numbers is divisible by 8. If there is only one option which is divisible by 8, take that as your answer. That's all. So you need not do all these steps. This is not required. Okay, this is the actual way in which you would have solved it. But here the shortcut to use is look at the multiples. Okay, here the 25 paise coins, number of 25 paise coins has to be a multiple of 11. That's all. You needn't waste your time doing all these conversions. I just wrote it down to explain the concept behind it. That's all. Don't do this in the examination, not required. Directly you can mark the answer as 264. Unless there are more than one options which are divisible by 11, then we might not be able to use this approach, then you can try out this. Okay, next one. By selling an article for 72, there is a loss of 10%. In order to gain 5%, its selling price should be dash. Okay, so here what is the answer that you are getting? You are getting, see, by selling an article for 72. So if the cost price of the article is CP, cost price into 0.9 or 90 by 100, correct? 0.9, that is equal to 72. So what is the cost price of the article? The cost price of the article is nothing but 72 divided by 90 into 100. Yes, so that is what 72 by 0.9, or that is equal to 80 rupees. So cost price of the article is 80 rupees. Now what are they asking? In order to gain 5%, its selling price should be dash. Cost price is 80 rupees. I need to gain 5%. What is 10% of 80? See, 10% of 80 I know is 8 rupees. So what is 5% of 80? 5% of 80 is nothing but 8 by 2, or that is equal to 4 rupees. Correct? So now in this 80 rupees, if I have to gain 5%, means what price should I sell it for? I have to sell it for 80 plus 4, that is 84 rupees. See, these calculations should be mental calculation. I have just written it down here for making you understand. Or otherwise you can say that 90% is 72. So what is 105%? Again, same concept. This is, I think, instead of doing it this way, no, cross multiply, right? 105 into, that also you can do 105 into 72 by 90. Anyways, any method. Okay, this is how you solve it. Here what I did was cost price into 0.9, or 90% of the cost price is 72. So the cost price is 80. 10% of 80 is 8. 5% of 80 is 4. So to get a 5% profit, I have to sell it at 80 plus 4, or 84 rupees. That is option 4. Next one. An article is sold at a loss of 10%. Had it been sold for 9 rupees more, it would have been a gain of 12 1/2% on it. The cost price of the article is dash. Yes. So how do you solve this? The correct answer, a lot of you are giving me the answer as 40. So what is given here? See, an article is sold at a loss of 10%. Correct? Here if I am selling it for 9 rupees more, there would have been a gain of 12 1/2%. Yes. See, it is very easy, right? See, again, how do you solve this? Earlier there was a loss of 10%. So basically, see, this is the value of the article. So earlier I am selling it for 10% less than the value, right? 10% less than the value. Now when I am selling it for 9 rupees more, right? If I am selling it for 9 rupees more, I am now selling it for 12 1/2% more than its actual value. So basically, what does this 9 rupees represent? This 9 rupees represents this 10 plus 12 1/2% of the cost of the article, or I can say it is 22 1/2, or that is 45/2% of the value. See, 45/2% of the value of the article is 9 rupees. So what is 100%, or the actual value of the article? It is nothing but 100 into 9 divided by 45 to 2. Correct? That is 40. I'll explain it once again. See, this is the smart method to solve it, okay? Actual concept involved behind, you should know. If I say the cost of the article is X rupees, right? Then there is a 10% loss, means I can say this article is sold for 0.9x. That much amount it is being sold. Now, if I am selling this article for 9 rupees more, then what is happening? In the actual cost price of the article, I am having a gain of 12 1/2%. So what is 12 1/2? That is nothing but 25/2%, or it is nothing but x into 225/200. See, how am I writing this? Gain of 12 1/2% means gain of 1 plus 25/200, or that is nothing but 225/200. So basically, I have to equate for this and get the answer. This is the normal way in which I will solve it. Now, what I am trying to do here is, see, what does this 9 rupees account for? Earlier there was a loss of 10%, correct? Now there is a gain of 12 1/2%. Now why is this difference happening? That is, from this loss of 10%, it is becoming a 12 1/2% gain because of this 9 rupees increase. So what does this 9 rupees account to? This accounts to this 10 plus 12 1/2. Correct? Or it accounts to 45/2% of the value of the article. So 9 rupees accounts to 45/2% of the value of the article. So what is 100% of the value of the article, or what is the actual value of the article? Cross multiply and you get it as 40 rupees. I hope it is clear now. Yes, this is the normal way in which you would solve it. But this is actually, you have to solve an equation, right? This is more easier. Using this cross multiplication, you will get the answer faster. So the correct answer here will be option 1, that is 40. Is it clear now? Next one. A butler stole wine from a butt of sherry which contained 80% spirit, and he replaced it by wine containing only 32% spirit. Then the butt strength was 48% only. How much butt did he steal? Okay, so here very easy question again, but it is a bit twisted. Okay, let us see how it is, what they have asked exactly. See, there is a bottle, okay, which has sherry in it. Now this has 80% spirit. It has 80% spirit in it. What is the thief doing? He is, or butler doing, he is removing some amount and then he is replacing the same amount. If he is removing X liters, he is replacing this X liters with some other spirit which has only 32%. Now when this process happens, the net strength of the spirit in the container becomes 48%. That's what they have said. So earlier there was spirit which was strength was 80%, and then he has mixed it with something whose strength is 32%. When he does that, the net strength of spirit in the mixture is 48%. Now in what ratio has he mixed these two items? It is nothing but 48 minus 32, that is 16. 80 minus 48, that is 32. So he has mixed them in the ratio 1:2. So what has he done? See, if there are totally 3 portions, okay, totally 3 portions are there. Out of this 3, right, 1 out of 3 is the actual mixture that was there. Now how much has he mixed the new type, right, the one which has 32% spirit? That wine, how much he has mixed? He has mixed 2 out of 3, right, because in the final resultant mixture 2 out of 3 is this one, right, he has put this, and 1 out of 3 he has used this. So what does this mean? How much mixture has he removed? He has removed 2/3. He has removed 2/3 of the mixture from the actual solution. This X is nothing but 2/3 of the actual amount of solution that was there. Then he has replaced this 2/3 of the actual amount of the solution with the new thing. Okay, so that's how you say the answer is option 4, 2/3. I hope it is clear. See, what has the person done? First solution, right, initial solution had 80% spirit. Then to that, from that he is removing some liters of the mixture and replacing that much with a solution which has 32% spirit. Now when he does this, we get a mixture which has 48% spirit. Now so when I found out the ratio in which both these things should be added, it is, I am getting the answer as 1:2. So what does that mean? If I have a liquid, okay, if I divide it into 3 parts, out of this 3 parts, this one part is the one which has 80% spirit, and this 2 parts is the one which has 32% spirit. Now to get this, what has he done actually? He has, earlier everything was 80%, right? Out of that which I have removed some part and replaced that with this 32%. So how much have I removed? I have removed this 2/3, right? This is 2/3. This 2/3 of this full solution that was there, actually I have removed it and replaced with this 32%. So that is how I say the answer is 2/3. I hope it is clear now. Okay, I hope now this last explanation that I did is clear. See, we are just assuming that if I say that full liquid is divided into 3 parts, out of this 3 parts, 1/3 is this which has 80% and 2/3 is the one which has 32%. So what does that mean? I have removed 2/3 of the 80% mixture and replace that with 32% mixture. I hope it is clear. Shraddha, is it clear? Again, a very easy question. This is also just a one-step answer that you have to do. Don't try to think of any shortcuts and all here. Just write the basic formula, because with respect to the given numbers, this is very easy to solve. Now, what is asked here? SBI lent 1331 lakh to Tata Group at a compound interest and got 1728 lakh after 3 years. What is the rate of interest charged if compounded annually? Okay, so what has happened? He has invested SBI has lent 1331 rupees and got 1728 after 3 years. So the amount that you get after 3 years in compound interest is using this formula, right? P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power n. So here the amount that I get back is 1728 is equal to 1331 into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power 3. Correct? Here remember, these numbers, no, if you see these numbers itself, you should get an idea, right? See, everything is in cube here, correct? See, now what is 1728? 1728 is 12 cube. What is 1331? 11 cube. Or how can I write this whole equation? I can write this whole equation as 12 by 11 the whole cube is equal to 1 plus r by 100 the whole cube. Now if I remove this cube on both sides, I get 12 by 11 is equal to 1 plus r by 100, or r by 100 is equal to 12 by 11 minus 1, that is equal to 1 by 11 into 100. R by 100, or what is r? R is equal to 100 by 11, or that is equal to 9.09%. That is option 2. Again a very easy question. Next one. The simple interest on a certain sum of money for 3 years at 8% per annum is half the compound interest on 8,000 for 2 years at 10% per annum. Find the sum placed in simple interest. So first let us find out what is the compound interest that we get for 8,000 rupees for 2 years at 10% per annum. So in compound interest, 10% for the first year, 10% for the second year, or I can say the net percentage is nothing but 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10 by 100. So this is using the concept of effective percentages, or that is equal to 21%. So what is the compound interest that I will get for this 8,000 rupees for 2 years? It is nothing but 8,000 into 21 by 100, or that is equal to 1680, correct? So this is the amount that I will get as compound interest for the 2 years. Now what are they saying? The simple interest that he receives is half of this value. So what is the simple interest that he will get? The simple interest that he gets is nothing but 1680 divided by 2, or that is equal to 840. Now what is this 840 equal to? This 840 is equal to the principal into 3 years into 8 by 100. Solve for this, you will get the principal as, how much do you get it as? 3500. Option 1. Next one. Find the 4-digit smallest number which when divided by 12, 15, 20 and 54 leaves a remainder of 4 in each case. So again a very easy question. So how do you solve this? See, first you have to find out the LCM of 12, 15, 20 and 54, correct? So what is the LCM of these 4 numbers? What is the LCM? Tell me. See, first what you have to do is you have to find out the LCM of these 4 numbers, then find out the smallest 4-digit number that will be divisible by all of these 4 numbers. To that answer add 4. That will be your final answer. Okay. So if you see the LCM of 12, 15, 20 and 54 is going to be 540. So what is going to be the smallest 4-digit number, right? The smallest 4-digit number which is going to be divisible by all of these 3 numbers, that is nothing but 540 into 2, that is 1080. Now this is the smallest 4-digit number which is going to be divisible by all these 4 numbers. So which is the number which will leave a remainder of 4 in each case? When I divide it by any one of these numbers, it is going to be 1080 plus 4. That is 1084. Option 3. Next one. So in this question there was a small typo error. I think this had to be 1 minus. Okay, see, the question had to be like this: 1 minus root of x to the power 4 minus x squared, that is equal to x minus 1. This is what I have. I am squaring on both sides. So when I square on both sides, what do I get? I get 1 minus root of x to the power 4 minus x squared, that is equal to x minus 1 the whole square, or that is equal to x squared plus 1 minus 2x. So actually this 1 and 1 gets cancelled. I have a negative here which we should not forget. Okay, or I can say root of x to the power 4 minus x squared, that is equal to, let us take it like this, minus x squared plus 2x. I can write it like this. Now I am squaring. If I square, what do I get? X to the power 4 minus x squared, that is equal to, here I have minus x squared plus 2x the whole squared, or that is equal to x to the power 4 plus 4x squared minus 4x cube. Correct, no? Yeah. So this is nothing but x to the power 4 minus x squared. So x to the power 4, x to the power 4 gets cancelled, and now I have 5x squared, that is equal to 4x cube, or x is equal to 5 by 4. Is this correct now? 5 by 4, that is option 2. Okay, next one. The lateral surface area of a cylinder develops into a rectangle whose diagonal is equal to 4 pi and forms an angle of pi by 6 with the base. What is the volume of the cylinder? So what is happening here? You have a cylinder, right? If you have a cylinder and when you are opening this cylinder, right? When you are opening it, this lateral surface of the cylinder means this part, right? Omitting the base, this part. When you are opening it out, what do you get? You are getting a rectangle, and it develops into a rectangle whose diagonal is 4 pi. And this angle is given as pi by 6. What is pi by 6? Nothing but 30 degree, correct? 180 by 6 or 30 degree. So this angle is given as 30 degree. You have to find out the volume of the cylinder. So how do you solve this? See, I have a rectangle whose diagonal is given as 4 pi and this angle is given as 30 degree. So what is this? Now how am I getting this rectangle? I have opened a cylinder, right? Lateral surface area of a cylinder I have opened. So basically this length represents the height of the cylinder. And what does this length represent? This represents 2 pi r, or the circumference of this circle, right? Here I am opening it out. See, assume that you have a cylinder in your hand, you are opening it out. So what does this represent? This represents it is basically the length of this circle, right? Or it is nothing but the circumference of this circle. So that is what you have to keep in mind to solve this question. Now what do I know? I have to find out the volume of the cylinder. What is the volume of the cylinder? Volume of a cylinder is given by pi r squared h. So first I have to find the height of the cylinder and the radius of the cylinder. Now I know this angle is 30 degree, this length is 4 pi, and this angle definitely is 90 degree because it's a rectangle. So what is the height? So what is sine 30? Sine 30 is equal to h by 4 pi. We know sine 30 is 1 by 2. Or what is h? H is equal to 4 pi by 2, or that is equal to 2 pi. So from here I have got h is equal to 2 pi. Then next what should you find? You have to find out this radius. Okay, radius. So basically let me find out this length. What is this length? This length is nothing but 2 pi r. Or how do I find out this length? It is nothing like it is that cos 30, right? Cos 30 is equal to this length, that is 2 pi r divided by 4 pi. Now what is cos 30? Cos 30 you know is root 3 by 2. Okay, what is root 3 by, what is r then? R is equal to root 3. When you solve this you get r is equal to root 3. So now I have got the height, I have got the radius. So what is the volume? Volume is equal to pi into r squared, that is root 3 the whole squared into h is 2 pi, or that is equal to root 3 into root 3 is 3, 3 2s are 6 pi squared. It is going to be the volume of the cylinder. Yes. So for those of you who don't understand the figure, no, it is like this. Let me just show you. See, this is a cylinder, correct? This is a cylinder. So I am just opening it out. I am just opening it out means this length, right? That represents that is what represents the 2 pi r. Yes? Hope it is clear. Next one. So this is from coordinate geometry. So they have given you 3 points, P, Q and R, and they are collinear, and you have to find out the value of 1 by A plus 1 by B. So how will you solve this? See, what is collinear? Collinear means the 3 points are in the same line. See, if you have solved questions on coordinate geometry, you will know that whenever this comes, no, the area of the triangle will be very useful. See, if you need to find out the area of a triangle whose coordinates are x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. These are the coordinates of a triangle. If you have, the area of the triangle is given by half of x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. So this is how you find the area of a triangle when you are given 3 points and the coordinates of the points are given as follows. Now in the question, what are they saying? They are saying that all the 3 points are collinear. So collinear means, what does that mean? Collinear means they are in one line. Whatever, they are in one line. So now in such a case, using these 3 points, I cannot make a triangle. Even if I try to form a triangle using these 3 points, the area of the triangle is going to be 0. correct? So use this concept to solve this question. So what will you have? So what is the area of a triangle that you can form using these points? You know the area is 0, right? Or just 0 is equal to half of, just equate the coordinates here, put in the coordinates here. You have a into b minus 1 plus 0 into 1 minus 0 plus 1 into 0 minus 1. Yes, or that is equal to half into ab minus a minus b. This is equal to 0, or I can say ab minus a minus b is equal to 0, or a plus b is equal to ab, or I can say 1 by a plus 1 by b, that is equal to 1. So the answer here is option 2, that is 1. Okay, so you have to use this concept here to arrive at the answer. Just equate that. If I try to form an area form a triangle with the given points, the area of that will be 0. If you equate that, you will get the relationship between a and b. Next one. Again, you have to here find out the value of x, y, z. So I know x plus 1 by y is equal to 1, or I can write the first equation as xy plus 1, that is equal to y. Similarly, I have y plus zy plus 1 is equal to z, or from here I can say y is equal to z minus 1 by z. Try to put this in the first equation. What will I get? I will get xy plus 1, that is equal to z minus 1 by z. See, remember, basically you have to rearrange these two equations in such a way that you are getting the value of xy z. That's all, correct? So let me try to rearrange. I am trying to do that. So I have xy z plus z, that is equal to z minus 1. So z and z will get cancelled, or I can say xy z is equal to minus 1, that is option 2. Okay, see, I am given two equations. I have to find out the value of x, y, z. So how do I do it? Basically, I have to rearrange these two given equations in some way to arrive at the answer. So this is how I rearrange it. Now, don't ask me, ma'am, how do I know that this is the way I have to solve it? It is just practice. Okay, next one. I think the question here is, there is a small typo error here. The question has to be 2 to the power x, that is equal to 3 to the power y is equal to 6 to the power minus n. I think in the paper it was correct. When they have typed it wrong. And then what is the value of this? That is what they are asking. Yes. So how do you solve this? Again, a question on algebra. Basically, you have to do some rearrangements like how we did before to arrive at the answer. So assume this is equal to k. So if this is equal to k, then what can I say? I can say 2 is equal to k to the power 1 by x. Similarly, 3 is equal to k to the power 1 by y. 6 is equal to k to the power minus 1 by z. Basically, I am trying to represent everything in terms of k. Okay. Now from these three equations, what can I say? I can say, see, I know 2 into 3 is 6, correct? That is something that all of us know. 2 into 3 is 6, or I can say k to the power 1 by x into k to the power 1 by y, that is equal to k to the power minus 1 by z, correct? 2 into 3, that is equal to 6. I am just rewriting it like this. Or if I take the powers together, what can I say? K to the power 1 by x plus 1 by y, that is equal to k to the power minus 1 by z. Or if you compare the powers, I can say 1 by x plus 1 by y, that is equal to minus 1 by z. Now what is the question? Find out the value of 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z. See, I have to find out the value of 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z. I know this is equal to minus 1 by z. So when I add all these three, what do I get? I get 0. Option 1. Next one. The length of a rectangle is halved while its breadth is tripled. What is the percentage change in area? So let us, again, very easy question, let us assume the length of the rectangle is L and breadth is B. Now what is happening? Length is halved. Okay, so what is the area? LB. Length is halved means length is becoming L by 2. Breadth is tripled, so breadth is becoming 3B. Now what is the area? 3B by 3LB by 2. So now what is the percentage increase in area? From LB, it has become 3LB by 2. 3 by 2 LB, right? So what is the percentage increase? It is nothing but 3 by 2 minus 1 by 1 into 100, that is equal to 50% increase. Again, a very, very easy question. Correct answer is option 1. Next one. In triangle ABC, AD is the median and AD is equal to half BC. If angle BAD is equal to 30 degree, then the measure of angle ACB is dash. So I have a triangle like this. Okay, now let me take this as A, B and C. Now this is a median which is touching here at point D, and they are saying that this median length is equal to half of BC. See, first of all we know that what does a median do? A median bisects the opposite side, correct, or the side that is touching. That is, this median AD will bisect this into two equal halves. So if this is X, this is also X. Now already they have given that AD is equal to half of BC. So that means this is also X. So all these three sides are X. Now what are they saying? They are saying angle BAD. BAD is 30. So this angle is 30 degree. Now I have to find out what is angle ACB. I have to find out what this angle is. See, again, very easy question. Here you have this consider this triangle, okay? Consider the triangle ADB. If you consider this triangle, this is an isosceles triangle. Why? Two sides are equal. So if these two sides are equal, the opposite angles also have to be equal. So if this is 30, this also has to be 30. So what should this be? This should be 180 minus 60 or 120. So now I have got the values of the angles in this triangles. So if this is 120, what is this? This is going to be, again, see, this is a supplementary set, right? So 120 plus this angle has to be 180, or this is again equal to 60 degree. So if this is 60 degree, again consider the triangle ADC. If you consider this triangle ADC, again it's an isosceles triangle, right? These two sides are same. So if this is 60, these two sides should be the same. If this angle is X and this is also X, right? Let's not take X. If this angle is P, this is also P. Yeah, I didn't take X because we already put here X, no? So I don't want to confuse. So if this is 60, these two angles should be the same because this is an isosceles triangle. Or I can say 2P plus 60, that is equal to 180, or P is equal to 120 by 2, that is 60 degree. So each of these angle has to be 60 degree. So the answer here is option 4. That is 60 degree. I hope it is clear. See, the median bisects this line, and it is also given that this median is equal to half of this big line. So all these three sides are same and it is equal to X. So we have now two isosceles triangles here based on the property of isosceles triangle that if two sides are equal, the corresponding opposite angles will also be equal, right? Using that, we the angles contained by these sides will be equal. So using that, we have found out the angle. Next one. If G is the centroid and AD, BE and CF are the three medians of the triangle ABC whose area is 72 centimeters squared, then the area of triangle BDG is dash. So I have a triangle ABC whose medians are AD, BE and CF, and their centroid is G. Now, you know the area of this big triangle is 72 centimeters squared. You have to find out the area of this smaller triangle. See, remember there is a property of medians, okay? When you draw all the three medians, the medians will divide this big triangle into 6 smaller equal triangles. So basically, if you draw medians like this, all these small triangles that are formed here, you know, this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all these small triangles, they have the same area. So what will be the area of this triangle? It has to be nothing but 72 divided by 6. That's all. Okay, that is equal to 12 centimeter squared. Option 1. Next one. Again, a very easy question on trigonometry. See what is given. Cos square theta is equal to cos square theta by cot square theta minus cos square theta is equal to 3. Or take this to the right hand side, what do you get? Cos square theta is equal to 3 cot square theta minus 3 cos square theta. Or I can say 4 cos square theta is equal to 3 cot square theta. Now what is cot square theta? Cot square theta is nothing but cos square theta by sin square theta. This and this will get cancelled. Or I have sin square theta is equal to 3 by 4, or sin theta is equal to root 3 by 2. When is sin theta root 3 by 2? When theta is 60 degree. Option 3. Again, very easy questions. Yes, again another easy question on trigonometry. See what is given here. A is equal to tan 11 into tan 29. B is equal to 2 cot 61 into cot 79. So let us try to rewrite this B in terms of A. Very easy. See, you know cot theta, or let's say cot of 90 minus theta, that is equal to tan theta. You know this property, right? So just you have to use this here. So here what can I say? This is nothing but B is equal to 2 into cot of 90 minus 29, correct? 90 minus 29 is 61, yes, into cot of again 90 minus 11, or that is equal to 2 into tan 11 into tan 29, which is the same as A, or I can say B is equal to 2A, or 2A is equal to B, option 3. So now we are moving on to the last question from this paper. This question was a good question, but again it involved a bit of calculations. Let us try to solve it. What is given here? A professional institute's total expenditure on students for a particular course is partly fixed and partly varies linearly with the number of students. The average expenses per student is 605 when there are 24 students and 465 when there are 40 students. What is the average expense when there are 60 students? So this is the question. Now, what is the thing about total expenditure? See, there is a fixed part and a variable part to it. So let me assume that the fixed part is X rupees. How many ever students are there? This X rupees is fixed, okay, when it comes to the expenses. Then you have a part, okay, which is varying according to the number of students. Now, let us first see what are they saying. The average expenses per student is 615 when 24 students are there. So, what is the total expense when 24 students are there? It is nothing but 615 into 24. So, this is the total expense when 24 students are there. Now, this total expense is constituted by a fixed part, that is X, plus a variable part which varies with the number of students that are there. Now here when there are 24 students, this variable part is 24y. Okay, this part is fixed. Now take the next case. What are they saying? The average expense per student is 465 when there are 40 students. So what is the total expense of all the 40 students? It is so much. Now what is this equal to? This is again equal to this fixed part X plus this variable part. Now variable part, as I said, as they have said, it varies according to the number of students. So this is going to be 40y, right? It is varying according to number of students. So now you have to solve for these two and find out the value of X. Yes, this is a bit time consuming because you have calculations involved, yeah. We cannot get away with the calculations. So you have to find out the value of Y and the value of X. So actually you have to solve these. When you solve it, you will get Y is equal to 240 and you will get X is equal to 9000. So once you get this, what are they asking you? What is the average expense of 60 students? So average of expense of 60 students is equal to X plus 60Y, which you have to find out. That is 9000 plus 60 into Y. Y is 240. So this will be the total expense. They are asking you for the average expense. So average means divided by 60. That is going to be your answer. Okay, this part, yes, you have to simplify, solve these two equations and find this value. That is definitely time consuming. See what is given here. Average expense per student is 615 when there are 24 students. So what is the total expense when there are 24 students? It is nothing but 615 into 24. This is the total expense. Now what are they saying? This total expense is comprised of a fixed part and a variable part. Fixed part is always constant. How many ever students are there? This X is going to be X itself. Now variable part, it varies linearly with the number of students. Okay, so see, if I have linearly with the number of students means if I have one student, okay, I am assuming that the the variable part is Y. So if I have two students, the variable part will be 2Y. If I have 3 students, the variable part will be 3Y and so on. Okay, so if I have 24 students, the variable part is going to be 24y. Similarly, if I have 40 students, the variable part is going to be 40y. You solve these two, find out which is the fixed part, which is the variable part, then find the total expense, okay, of the 60 students, and then find the average expense of the 60 students. Okay, I think when you solve, you will get the answer as 390, but this is how you approach it. It is a bit time consuming. So I think with that we have finished solving all the questions from this yesterday's paper. So that is it from us for now, and I'll see you in the next session. It's bye bye from me till then.